we can also call a grasping area of the instrument. Okay. Second part of this instrument is a mirror. Okay, and the third part of this instrument is a shank. You see, this instrument is not straight; it's curved, isn't it? Here you can see clearly there are three different parts. Okay, this is also mouth mirror. This is also mouth mirror. What is the difference in these two mouth mirror? Yes, this is plastic and this is stainless steel. It means this is disposable. Once you use it, you dispose. This one is reusable. Once you use it, you sterilize it again and you can reuse it again. So here, there are three parts: the mirror, shank, and the grasping area or the handle. The use of this instrument, the third question, what are the use of this instrument? Mention at least two uses. So the first use of this instrument is to retract the soft tissue. Okay? How do you retract the soft tissue? You put it in the mouth, okay, and you retract either right side or left side. To retract soft tissue or to retract the tongue, to retract the cheek, to retract the lips. Okay? The second function of this instrument is for trans-illumination purpose. Alright, for example, wisdom tooth, maxillary region, where light does not reach, isn't it? So you use this light, you use this mirror in terms of reflection of the light. So the source of the light, it will expose the part of the mirror, then this light, it will go into the patient's mouth, isn't it? So this we call trans-illumination of light. Alright, so these are the two functions of this mouth mirror. Okay, so these both instruments are the same. Do not confuse yourself. If this instrument comes, you write disposable. Here you write stainless steel, isn't it? This is made up of stainless steel and this instrument is made up of plastic. So these are the same instrument. Okay, next instrument which we are going to discuss, this instrument we call a probe. We can also call a Naber's probe. We can also call a periodontal probe. Okay, name of this instrument is probe. Naber's probe, periodontal probe, or Moon's probe. You can say all these different type of names. Okay, part of this instrument, three parts: the cutting edge, shank, and grasping area or handle of the instrument. So this instrument, it allows you to have a firm grasp, okay, on the handle part of the instrument. Okay, the shank is the area, or is the connector in between the cutting edge and the grasping area. Okay, this is the tip of the instrument, which is quite sharp. Why this is sharp? Because of the use of this instrument. This instrument, it has two uses. The first use of this instrument is to detect the cavity on the tooth surface. Okay, for example, if you are passing this instrument on the tooth surface, okay, and if there is no cavity, this instrument, it will go smoothly. Okay, but if there is a cavity, this instrument, it will stuck. It means there is a catch. So you detect that this tooth, it has a cavity. So the first use of this instrument is to detect the dental cavity on the tooth surface. Second use of this instrument is to measure the depth of periodontal pocket. Okay, what is periodontal pocket? There is a space between the tooth and the surrounding gum tissue. This space, it increases in relation with the food lodgement. If you do not clear properly, the food gets lodged into the gum and in between the teeth. Okay, and now this gum, it will start inflamed. So there, this food, it creates a pocket. It means there is a space between the teeth and the bone. So you use this instrument to measure the depth of the pocket, how much the space it has created, isn't it? So if you are using specific periodontal probe, there are some markings. This marking is like 2 millimeter, 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 13 millimeter. So you gently introduce this probe into the pocket area, okay, and you reach up to the end or up to the base of the pocket, okay. Then you see how much the depth of the pocket is. So this instrument, it can be used for measuring the depth of the periodontal pocket, and it can be also used to detect the cavity on the tooth surface. All right, so this is the second instrument. Third instrument which we have, this instrument we call a tweezer. Okay, this tweezer has a three-part: grasping area, shank, and the beak. The beak is usually designed in a manner that it can hold the small instrument or small foreign body particles from the patient's mouth. Okay, so this instrument is called tweezer. It has a three-part. This is grasping area, this is shank, and this is the beak of the instrument. What is the use of this instrument? To carry a small particles out from the mouth, or foreign body out from the mouth. Second use is to introduce or to hold the cotton and place into the isolation area. For example, you want to block the saliva entering into the tooth where you are working. So you put the cotton next to the tooth, isn't it? So how you put the cotton? You use this forceps or you use this tweezer. You hold the cotton in the tweezer and you slowly introduce into the area where you want to isolate. So use of this instrument is to carry out the foreign body from the mouth. For example, dental fillings. All right, excess filling material. After cavity filling procedure, there are some excess filling material which remain inside the mouth, isn't it? So you use this to remove it. Don't use your finger to remove, but you use this specific instrument to remove it and throw it. How you grasp this instrument? If you see on the grasping area or on the body of the instrument, there are some marks. Okay, you see. Have you seen? Have you seen? Okay, so these marks we can also call grooves or serration for better grasp or for the better grip of the instrument. Okay, how you hold this instrument? You hold this instrument like this, the way you hold your pen. Okay, so this technique we call modified pen grasp technique. Okay, do not hold this instrument like this. Okay, this is a palm grip technique. Okay, but you hold this instrument the way you are holding the pen. So this technique we call modified pen grasp technique for better control of the instrument. If you hold the instrument like this, you have a good control in terms of operating the instrument with your own hand or with the operator. So these are the first set of instruments which we call diagnostic set of instruments. All right. The next set of instruments which we have is a restorative set of instruments. Okay, what do we call? Restorative set of the instrument. In restorative set of instrument, we have three instruments. The first instrument which we have, this is we call spoon excavator. Okay, what do we call this instrument? Spoon excavator. Why we call spoon excavator? Because it looks like a small spoon. You see? Have you seen? You see the blade of instrument is look like a scoop of spoon. Okay, so this instrument is called spoon excavator. All right, name of this instrument, spoon excavator. All right, part of this instrument, how many parts are there? There are three parts. Okay, the first part is the handle, or you can say grasping area. Okay, second part is the same like a shank. Okay, and the third part is a cutting edge. Okay, so these are the three parts of this instrument. All right, the role of the shank is to connect the cutting edge and grasping area to each other. The role of the cutting edge is to remove or to cut off the dead part of the tooth structure from the tooth surface, isn't it? For example, if there is a cavity, and how you see the cavity, it looks like a brownish or blackish discoloration, isn't it? So now you use this instrument into that cavity until you remove all this brownish and blackish discolored tooth structure, isn't it? So this instrument, you use it to excavate or to cut off or to remove the dead part of the tooth structure or carious part of the tooth structure. Okay, so this is the one most important use of this instrument, is to cut off or to excavate the dead part or carious part of the teeth. All right, what is the name of this instrument? What are the parts?
Handle,
Cutting edge. All right. And use of this instrument
Cut dead tissue.
to excavate the carious part of the tooth, not dirty part. Carious part or dead part of the teeth. All right. So this instrument we call spoon excavator. Next instrument which we have we call a cement carrier. Cement carrier. Okay. As the name suggests, this instrument is useful for carry the mixed cement to load into the prepared cavity. For example, you have mixed the cement. Okay. Now, how you carry the cement into the prepared cavity where you're supposed to do the filling, isn't it? So you use this instrument, you take the cement like this, okay, and you store or you apply that cement into the prepared cavity. The name of this instrument is cement carrier. The part of this instrument is the blade or cutting edge, shank and grasping area. Okay, this side is also the same, only the direction is a little bit different. According to the position of the cavity, you always modify which end of the instrument you supposed to use. All right, so this instrument is useful to carry the cement into the prepared cavity of the tooth structure. All right, it's very simple. The third instrument which we have in this category we call ball burnisher. Ball burnisher, B-U-R-N-I-S-H-E-R, ball burnisher. Okay, the part of this instrument, the ball structure or ball end, the shank and the grasping area. Okay, what are the parts of instrument? The ball end, shank and grasping area. One use of this instrument is to compact the filling material into the prepared cavity. All right, for example, you have used this instrument, to carry the cement and load into the prepared cavity. But now you need something to press, isn't it? Yes. So the filling can reach to the maximum depth of the cavity. All right, so you use this one of the end of this instrument. This is for posterior teeth, the bigger end, and the smaller end is useful for anterior teeth or for the children, and this is for the adult. Okay, so this instrument is called a restorative set of instruments. There are three instruments: mouth mirror, probe, and there are three instruments: spoon excavator, cement carrier, and ball burnisher. All right, now we are going to discuss about the anesthetic instrument. Okay, let me get the syringe from here. Just a minute.